Hello, welcome to the Holy Trinity BBC News Report. I'm Eloise.
And I'm Moshe, delivering all of today's news stories.
Let's hand over to our international news team to telling you about World Book Day, a day to celebrate popular authors and their well-known books.
Last week, Thursday the 3rd of March, Holy Trinity Secondary School celebrated World Book Day 2016 by allowing students and teachers to dress up in full costume as their favourite fictional characters from books.
Today, at the age of 12, on a frigid, overcast day.
We went to our normal lessons, and then we had English, and a sixth former came in and talked to us about his favourite book, which was Dracula, and he inspired quite a lot of people in our tutor.
Hello everybody, my name is Leon, this is Dev and this is Mrs Gilman, and we'll be talking about World Book Day. World Book Day is a celebration of books and reading. It's the biggest celebration of its kind, and it's marked over 100 countries in the world. On World Book Day, people dress up as their favourite book character and they read and write about their stories. In Holy Trinity, we had a small competition to see who was the best character, and many people joined in. There was also a website called www.worldbookday.com where you can learn more and get good deals and win books. And now let's get on with the interview with Miss Gilman and see what she did on World Book Day.
Well, thank you very much for asking me to take part in this. I'm just standing in for Miss Ingham, who really was the person responsible for all the wonderful events on World Book Day. But she's not feeling very well today, so I'm standing in for her.
Oh, well, I hope she gets better.
Now the national news with Benedict and his team.
The junior doctors working in hospitals all around the UK walked out on strike at 8 a.m. yesterday and are continuing today. They are having a strike due to being overworked and underpaid. A poll was taken by Ipsos Mori for the BBC showing results that 65% of doctors supported going on strike and only 17% disagreed with this strike this month, as opposed to last month where 22% disagreed with the strikes, proving striking is becoming more popular. Although the strikes are becoming more popular, they are also causing a huge inconvenience to patients, and as the total treatments cancelled during the dispute adds up to 19,000, hospitals are now working hard to reschedule the treatments. Dr. Annie Rainsbury said situated nature of the action is making things very difficult for hospitals. Over to Alaman and Alex with the story about the EU referendum.
Many politicians are indecisive, but some businesses have strong feelings, such as Land Rover and Asda, as their businesses will be affected by the need of workers. 650,000 businesses employ 3.4 million European workers, but if we leave, this will affect them due to visa issues. This sounds like we'll have an interesting few months of debate.
So, on the 23rd of June, I will be voting to leave the European Union. They get to choose what tax levels we can set on certain goods. We can be successful outside of the European Union. Countries like Switzerland and Norway, they show us that.
Okay, so I'll be voting in the referendum in June, and I'll be voting to stay in the EU. All of us have got ancestors that come from different places. Mixing those cultures is really important.
I'm going to vote to stay in Europe. I think to be a member of Europe is great because it helps people and supports people through business.
I think we shouldn't leave the EU because this would lead to greater uncertainty with the state of our economy, and this could lead to lower foreign direct investment.
Well, I think we should leave the EU because Britain's contribution to the EU budget is currently £350 million, and so by leaving the EU we could actually reinvest that money elsewhere in the economy that would promote economic growth.
Thank you, Alaman and Alex.
Time for the local news, where Matt and Liza are going to be interviewing a Crawley Town fan about the football team's new owner, Zia Erin.
Do you think that Zia Erin's 10-year plan will help them achieve the championship?
Well, I certainly hope so. Having supported the club for 60 years myself, I'm dying for us to go as far up the leagues as possible. He's certainly got the money to enable us to do that, but we do need the people of Crawley to get behind the team as well.
What are your predictions on the success that Crawley Town will have in the future?
Well, I'm going to go for what Mr. Gardner wrote in one of his books once. He had us playing in the Champions League, so that would be really lovely, wouldn't it? But the Championship would be great. There's no reason why we can't compete in the Championship alongside Brighton and Hove Albion, so let's aim for the championship.
Next up is our main news story for today. Maria and Toby interviewed the new head teacher here at Holy Trinity, Reverend Millwood. She is very excited to start after the Easter holidays.
Thank you, Eloise and Musson from the studio. Now, we are here with the new Holy Trinity School head teacher, Reverend Millwood. So, Reverend, how would you compare Holy Trinity to previous schools you've worked in?
In a way, I don't want to compare it because Holy Trinity is unique, as every school is, and all the schools I've worked in as well have been. What I can say is that I am really thrilled to be coming to be your head teacher, that I'm really excited about all that we've got ahead of us together, and that everything that I've seen so far, both when I came on interview and on my first visit and today, has impressed me enormously. So in terms of comparison, I can tell it's going to be a fantastic place to be, and the reason it's going to be fantastic is because of all of you, because what makes a school are the students who are in the school, and everyone I've met has been fantastic.
We know you have a strong religious background. Is that why you came to Holy Trinity?
The fact that it's a church school was one of the reasons that I applied for the job, yes. As you know, I'm a Methodist minister, so I do have a strong church background. My faith is very important to me, and I really enjoy working in a church school where faith is valued. The school I'm in at the moment is a church school, and I was very keen to find a school to go and be head of that was also a church school in that sense. So, yes.
We are very proud of our school and its achievements. What would you do to make the school even better? And where do you see the school in 10 years' time?
Well, in terms of where I see the school in 10 years' time, I see it going from strength to strength. I'd like to see us as an outstanding school because I would like that little badge that recognises what we're doing in school and that you then have that to be able to talk about your school as. But I think it's more than an Ofsted badge. I'd like to see us being the school of choice, the school where everybody wants to go to because they know it's such a good place where everyone's valued. I'd like to see it as a place that when you look back, you talk about the school that you went to with enormous pride. So strength to strength, an ever better place that everyone's proud to be part of.
Thank you for your time, and we hope to see you around.
I'm looking forward to it. Thank you.
As well as a new head teacher, there is so much to celebrate in our school at the moment, including a great win in a national writing competition. Over to the school news team for more.
Catherine Steeman, a sixth former in Holy Trinity, entered the national short story competition and triumphed over the other contestants with her incredible writing skills.
Today we're interviewing Catherine Steeman, the winner of the national short story competition, to see how she found it and how she enjoys her writing. So, what is the national short story competition and what did you have to do to enter it?
It's a competition for secondary school students that's run by the writing organisation First Story, and I had to write a short story on the theme of echoes.
The competition was for secondary school students and the theme for the story was echoes.
Catherine is acclaimed in our school as last year she entered the same competition and was shortlisted. We hope she can win a lot more competitions to come. She is loved by many people and she is a role model at Holy Trinity School. She has said, though, that for her future she would like to lean more towards her dancing skills instead of writing. Back to you in the studio.
Now we have the sports team who are going to be interviewing some of Holy Trinity sports stars.
Tom, you will be competing at national level at the regional trampolining finals in May. How do you feel?
Excited but nervous, so it's kind of a happy anxiety.
This is your third consecutive year that you've represented the South East. Are you pleased with this and why?
Yeah, I think it's quite proud to be able to represent my region.
We're very happy to have someone like you proving that our school has amazing gymnasts.
Zoe, I understand you like football. What inspired you to do football?
My family are very sporty and I have a lot of close friends who play football, so I thought I'd give it a go.
How long have you been doing football?
Started playing when I was 6, so over 10 years now.
Who is your biggest inspiration and why?
My biggest inspiration is probably Ronaldo, only because of all the work he put in behind the scenes and becoming one of the best players.
Lara, we heard that you were good at water polo. What inspired you to play water polo?
When my dad was younger, he used to play, but he had to stop due to personal reasons, so I feel like I'm carrying on.
We heard that you won your recent game against France. How did you feel?
Yeah, it was a really good feeling. That was one of the games that helped us qualify for the European Games, so we're obviously really happy.
Thank you for your time. It was great talking to you guys.
Time for the weather, so I shall hand you over to the weather team for more information.
Good morning and welcome to the weather with me, Jen. And I'm Kia. And this is the weather forecast for this week. Today it's going to be quite cloudy with highs of 9 degrees and 30% chance of rain, so make sure to keep your umbrellas out. The temperature will rise to 8 degrees at around 4 p.m. and then drop to 5 degrees at around 8 p.m. Over to Kia with tomorrow's weather.
Tomorrow it will be part sunny at 10 degrees, so put that sunscreen on.
Good one.
As it gets later, it will get colder, so whack that heating on and get warm because at midnight it will drop to 1 degree.
Across the week it will be quite cloudy with a few glimpses of sunlight. The highest will be 10 and lowest will be 4.
That's all for the weather. Have a good day and don't forget your hat and scarf back to the studio.
That's all for today. For more information, visit the BBC News website at www.bbc.co.uk/news.
So from me, Eloise.
And me, Mohsin.
Thanks for watching the BBC News.